Hey guys, it's Michael. I have returned with a new episode of things you could have Googled about Christmas. Let's get topical up in this bitch. Number 1, according to Facebook Analytics, 2 weeks before Christmas is one of the 2 most popular times to break up with your partner. Obviously, Christmas is the least popular time to break up with your partner. Because who's going to break up with someone right after you've received a blowy or hundreds of dollars of gifts or a blowy? Number 2, Bolivians celebrate something called Mass of the Roosters on Christmas Eve. This is a celebration based around, yes, you guessed it, roosters. The belief is that the rooster was the first animal to announce Jesus' birth. So, there you go. In a room full of animals, the rooster was like, hey, that guy's the son of God. We should have a day about him. And about us for letting you know, son of God. Number 3, do you think that spiders are festive? Me neither, really. But in Poland, spiders are one of the most popular Christmas tree decorations. The reason being that in Polish, I'm not going to say mythology because that's inflammatory, in the Polish tale of Christ, spiders wove a spiderweb blanket for baby Jesus. How caring. Did you know that? Yeah, motherfucker, that's right. Number 4. Mistletoe comes from the Anglo-Saxon word little dung poo. Nope, that's not right. I fucked up that translation. Mistletoe comes from the Anglo-Saxon word meaning little dung twig, because mistletoe spreads in the droppings of birds. So next time you hold mistletoe over someone's head and say, oh, you gotta kiss me, it's mistletoe, you're holding something that's been up someone's bum. Number 5. Everyone knows Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, right? Well, Norwegian scientists have hypothesized that his nose is red because he has a parasite eating him from the inside out. What a merry picture for all the children. Number 6. You know the song, 12 Days of Christmas, we have 12 facts. Correlation. All the gifts in the song 12 Days of Christmas equal 364 items in total. Also, as a side note, the 12 Days of Christmas is actually about Christianity and accepting God into your life. It sounds ridiculous, but it's true. Everything represents something. The partridge in the pear tree represents Jesus. The 2 doves represent something else that I forgot. And so on. Number 7. You know how you go to a shopping mall and you see a happy, jolly, fat Santa sitting there with a child on his knee? Well, it's a lie. The real St. Nicholas, the earliest depictions of him, show him to be a stern man with like a stick for hitting children. Because St. Nicholas was about like kids behaving and doing what they're supposed to do, not about getting gifts just because it's 2014 and everyone gets a trophy. Number 8. You know those happy, jolly Germans? The ones that are always getting into mischief all over the world and everyone's like, oh, you shouldn't kill all those people. Well, they actually have the first printed depiction of a Christmas tree all the way back in 1583. So something happened between 1583 and the bad times. Number 9. On the topic of Germany, did you know that Christmas Eve in Germany is said to be a mystical time where the pure of heart can speak to animals? Who knew? Dr. Dolittle, that's who. Number 10. The first Christmas card was invented in 1843 and I have nothing funny to say at the end of that. Number 11. Do you think you're generous at Christmas? Do you think you give big, grandiose presents? Well, the French gave the biggest Christmas present of all time. In 1886, they gave America the Statue of Liberty. They have a smaller one, but they know Americans, they like big cars and big guns because they're compensating for something, so they gave them a big statue. Glorious. And on the last day of Christmas, number 12, and unfortunately, I don't have a teleprompter here, so I'm going to have to refer to the old notepad for this one. So, according to the United Nations, there are 2,106 million children in the world, alright, under the age of 18. So for Santa to stop and see them all, he would need to make 842 million stops on Christmas Eve, because the average house has 2.5 children, of course. So and traveling over a distance of 221 miles to do those 842 million stops. Which means, to do it all in the time limit, he would need to accelerate at 12.19 million miles a second. Now, if you were to accelerate at 12.19 million miles a second, you would, and I quote, be turned into chunky salsa. So there you go. So, thanks for watching, have a Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the page, go to the Facebook, and don't get pregnant.